And so this, like, the grids are a little bit messy, right? Is there a quick way where we could fix grids? Scope boxes. Okay, so I'm creating a new
Oh,
scope box
Okay.
right here, and you can see all of the extents are fixed.
Cool.
that's really cool.
We've never seen that.
So I paste this here, and then I can just match the properties and suddenly have a glazed door right here.
You think we're going to finish this thing in 30 minutes? I think we can do it, guys. I think we can totally do it. I'm going to narrate for him. He's he's using his custom air handling unit, or RTU, and customizing it to make something else. So it's like kind of our process of like we have this base family that can do so much.
Excited for this.
Yes.
We have no idea what Nick is going to model. Is it a restaurant? Is it a house? Is it...
I'm actually not 100% sure. I was checking it out before, so...
Oh, so you don't even know. This is going to be awesome.
My goodness. This is hilarious. This is definitely the first time this has ever happened. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's not only live modeling, it's actually live design.
Yeah, it's like live.
Yeah, good distinction.
I love it.
All right.
All right, we're already live, right?
I don't even have, yeah, we are live.
Okay,
and we have 10 viewers already. This is awesome.
There's
Cool.
There's a public chat,
Very
let's
cool.
say.
All right, guys. So what are we doing? Who's gonna
you know,
start here?
I'm going to lead this thing, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
Why not? All right. So, cue the music. Do, do.
Well,
That's
actually,
like the
I have
BIM
the
Pure. Oh, you have the BIM Pure music?
No, wait. I have the RevX one.
Oh, can we do that?
the Revit
That
song.
would be cool. Let's do that. Let's put that on.
Yes.
You guys ready? All right, here we go. Welcome to RevX Live. In this episode of RevX Live, we're going to be here with Nick Catellier. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's good.
Nick
that's
Catellier
it.
from BIM Pure. He's been doing videos for a long time. He's one of my favorite architects that makes courses and tutorials. And he just launched BIM Pure about 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Is it 2 or 3 years ago?
Well, 2 years was the BIM Pure rebranding, but Revit Pure, which was the predecessor, almost 10 years now.
Yeah, 10 years. And it's so funny, like when you said, I think it was a LinkedIn post, and I remember when I first started my little business, I called it Revit MEP Guy. And Revit got mad at me for using Revit in the URL. So I'm sure that happened to you as well, right?
Not early on.
Okay.
It's actually last year I got a little letter from them. I think it's the moment that, but for some people I have no issues at all. Like I don't want to name them, like, to get them in trouble. Some people have been having Revit in the domain name. No issue, all good.
They were targeting me.
Yeah, I think so, but they're within their rights in theory. It's just that it's not evenly applied, right?
Yeah, I bet you they just target the MEP people. You know, we are always it's always about the architects, right? So, but that's what this episode is all about. It's about you, Nick. You're our guest here. You're our first ever guest on the RevX podcast. So welcome.
Yeah.
It's great to have you.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I want to get started off and explain what we're doing. Basically, Nick is just going to jump into ACC. He's going to throw a model up there. We don't know what it's going to look like. Nick, I guess, doesn't know what it's going to look like. And we'll try to, hopefully, you know, since it's never been done before, we could kind of be like, well, what are the main things that we would need early on? If we were going to, you know, architects and, you know, BIM or MEP people were going to get together in a room for the day and build a whole model, like, how would we do it, right? So kind of maybe throughout the process, we can kind of talk about like what we might need. If you have any questions for us, I'm sure we'll have questions for you. We've never done this before, so we don't know if it's ever even going to be posted on YouTube, but, you know, this is going to be fun regardless.
Can we complain about the architect like we MEP guys always do?
Nick, we need more space. We need bigger chases.
Where's my closet?
And since we don't have
bigger ceilings, bigger everything.
Yeah, and since we don't have an owner yet, we can make our spaces as big as we want, right? So
yeah,
perfect.
that's right. Yeah.
But
all right. So should I Should I start sharing the screen? Let's see how that works.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And I did have a question that got brought up earlier, or a topic about live linking versus the consumed model. So it would probably be good to kind of go over that, because it was interesting that Tyler hadn't really seen that before, or didn't understand what I was talking about. And I was like, it's very common in our industry for like, a consumed folder versus a live link. So if you could explain that, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think today we're going to do live link, else because the consume technique is kind of a pain to set up. It has more steps, and if we sync, you guys are not going to be seeing the change as I do modifications.
Right.
So yeah, but basically, so people don't know what we're talking about, there are multiple ways you can link files together in ACC, soon to be called Forma, by the way. And it's live linking is the easiest one. It's kind of the old school way. But it means that if I modify something in my model and I sync, all of you guys will also see it immediately if you also sync. That's live link. In my opinion, it's the best approach most of the time. But there are some people that don't like that. For example, if they're working on the model, they sync. They don't want to see a random column that didn't improve, because now if they want to print, they have random stuff that they didn't check out. So they're like, there's the share, the consume techniques, which puts an extra step before you see the stuff of your collaborators. And some, if you have teams working all around the world, can be good, because communications can be more difficult. So there's like some teams are like, live link is the only way you should do it. Others are like, are you crazy? That's insane. We would never work this way. Like consume is the only possible way. So I've heard both sides.
Yeah, I will say one thing, and then I'm going to let you rock and roll, is that as an MEP firm, we probably would prefer consumed, because if you guys model a bathroom and I see it and I do all this work to get that thing done, and then you realize, we don't like this bathroom, let's get rid of it or move it or something else, I've just wasted my day. So that's where I think it is kind of good, at least for us, is that we want to kind of know you're pretty confident at the end of the week that this is where stuff is. Stuff's going to move regardless, though. So I could see an also alternative saying, well, live link, stuff's going to move anyway. But again, like having that stopping point is good for MEP firms so they can see it. And it puts a little bit on you guys to be like, hey, is this legit? So I could see it that way too. All right, go ahead. Get your stuff.
Yeah, I'll also add that it's not a binary choice. You can have different linking options for different disciplines. So you might say, okay, structure, I'm going to do live link. Plumbing, I'm going to do the consume thing. Or maybe you start with live link early on. As the project progress and you're getting closer to deliverables, you say, okay, I'm going to switch to consume instead. So it's something that can be dynamic and can evolve.
Very cool. Good point.
All right, so let's get started. I'm going to create a new, I'm using the right version. Okay, 26, that's good. So I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to be using our template. We're actually currently working on a new version of it. And the funny thing is that I'm starting with the metric version. So we don't have the imperial, but I'm going to show you a cool trick that we've developed in the house to deal with that.
That's awesome.
Because as you might know, like Canadians, we deal with both metric and imperial projects. So smaller projects like residential houses, stuff like that, tend to be often in imperial units. But larger projects, commercial, institutional, tend to be more in metric typically. And so like Canadian brains, architects, and everyone else, we have to get used to both units. But it's very annoying to maintain both a metric and imperial template. It kind of sucks. So we've built this as with our add-in, this tool that's called convert project units.
Wow.
And actually, it's not hard to change units. You can just go in here and like in the length, change it. The problem is that it doesn't affect many things. It doesn't change the view scale, including in the view templates. And you will get horrible. Let me give you an example. Let's say I go here. I change the length to feet and fractional inches to 1/8 of an inch. Okay, seems all good. But then you check this wall out, and it's horrible fractions, like out of 256, and there's no like default way to solve it. Like most of these, like this should be 1 inch, obviously, right? The air layer.
Yeah.
Or 1/2 of an inch for the gypsum board, and so on. So if I Control Z one time, yeah, okay, that's good. And like with this thing, you can round the family dimensions. So, and we select the right option, so it's metric to imperial. So instead of having the weird, annoying fractions, let's see what's going on. So I have to wait a little bit while it's working.
Does that actually change like the dimension of the wall or thing, whatever it is? Like it moves things around slightly?
In this case, it will not move element, doesn't affect the instance properties. It's only it's going to affect the type properties. However, because in theory this might have very small changes, fractional inches for the type of the wall. For example, the wall might get very, 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 very slightly more thin or more thick. So it's not something that I would do in the middle of a project. I would probably do it. It's made to be used as you start a project.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Avoid having. So anyway, that's kind of a cool little animation. So I'm just going to get rid of most of this stuff, including the family, and I'm going to very quickly create. Sorry, just deleting all this stuff. I don't need it. And okay. Okay, good. And when I'm starting a project, where should I start it?
Oh, like at your column line thing, maybe? Or your grid lines?
Well, possibly so, yes, because in this template it's been made the right way. But I'll just remove the view template. It's going to be easier. But when you're getting started, you have multiple origin points, right? Project base point, survey point, blah, blah, and so on. The one that is actually really critical, in my opinion, is the internal origin, because this point cannot be moved, and it's the actual 0, 0, 0 origin. So if you link a CAD file, anything really, this is going to be used as the origin of the project. So something that I've seen a few times, and it can cause a lot of pain, is that people will link a CAD file, and the origin of the CAD file from what is actually inside of it is super far away, like miles away. And so people will link a CAD file, and like the information is way out there, and they start modeling really far away from the origin. And the problem with that is if the extents are really, really big, it can cause some weird graphical issues. Like if you export to CAD and PDF and put them one on top of the other, some things are going to be shifted. That's kind of classical. The site extents are too big. And it's like I helped a client troubleshoot this last year, and it's been me quite a while to figure it out. Like, why is my PDF not being aligned with the AutoCAD file? And it was because of this coordinate issue. So that's why it's really important that you know where the internal origin is and model your project near to this point. Of course, in this case, it's just at the intersection of grids.
Yeah. And would you say that like it always like is a standard to always keep it at that first grid line, or like I've seen it at the bottom left of the building or something, or what do you usually do?
Bottom left, top right. I've seen people say, "Are you crazy? Of course, it's always at top left," or "No, it's always at top right." Like I don't really care, and it doesn't really matter in my opinion. It's just like the important thing, or it could be even slightly shifted from the building, a couple feet away. Like just as long as it's near your building, you know where it is, you can identify the position, and it's not like 5 miles away. That's the most critical thing.
And Frank was asking about maybe using the project base point, but can you explain that maybe?
Yeah. So the project base point is, let's open the visibility of this point. That's very confusing for people. It's kind of a different coordinate point that you can use. This one, the difference though, is that you can actually unpin and move the project base point, right? But so by default, I just like to leave it at the same spot as the internal origin for points of confusion.
Yeah, especially if it's not going to be like in the wherever it's going to be yet, right? You're just starting this project out, right? So you don't know where it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And so what's the next thing I should do now before I start modeling?
I don't know. You tell me. I always wanted to know, like, what I was going to ask you, like, what's the first thing the architect like thinks about and does? I don't know.
Yeah, next I would set the levels. You can see I converted the levels so that now the values are a bit messed up. So I'm gonna set that up like to 10 feet. This one is going to be 20 feet. And let's say that I want extra levels. So this one I'm just going to rename to level 3. And then I'm going to copy this one. And let's say this is the roof. So we're going to make it clean. All levels are like 10 feet increments difference. Also something else, in the plan view, I showed the internal origin and the project base point. Maybe something, and we can debate about this a little bit. Some people like to have the level 1 at 0, but I've seen some people that like it at 100 feet. Or if it's metric, like 10,000 millimeters. Have you seen that? What's the local? Because I figured out it's actually a very local thing.
Is it? I've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
I've had it where people put the actual elevation against sea level.
Yeah, yes, this too. That's so 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Like value of 0, 100 feet, or the sea level elevation.
I feel like, don't people do that because they don't like negative numbers?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, well, first, if you wanted to use the sea level, like right now I'm moving at this point manually. This is the survey point, but I would put the survey point at sea level equals 0. And inside of the level, you can say, oh, I want this to be the survey point.
Referencing the survey point, yeah.
Yeah, so this in theory would represent it's 8 feet above the sea level. So I rarely work like this. I've seen it a few times, but if you want this level 1 to be at 100 feet, in my opinion, what is the most efficient way is to move the project base point. So that's the one use case of the project base point, because the levels are not using the internal origin. They're referring to the project base point that is right here.
Yeah, I would always work to reference the internal origin, and then later you can change the base point. Like, that's the correct answer. You should be at 0, in my opinion, at level 1. But
I think it's easier if it's 0, less principal confusion.
Yeah, because you can always change it later.
But something you can do is like move the project base point 100 feet kind of below the internal origin. So some people don't like that. They don't like to move the project base point, but that would kind of fix the issue. And you can see that now level 1 is 100 feet. But I think it's really important that you keep the internal origin matching the level 1. In my opinion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's leave it at 0 for now. Also just going to put this. Okay, so I've set my levels. So I'm not sure yet what I want to model. Okay, so let's start with a wall. I'm going to use an exterior wall. And let's say that I'm going to do like a project we're actually working on, some sort of commercial space at the first floor, and then a few apartments above.
Ooh, you know what? Let's put some retail at the first floor. You can decide what retail. Floor. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna let's put that at fine so we can see what's the exterior side. So of course in architecture, it's always with a window, and I'm going to align and pick. I'm gonna move this. So something I actually do quite often is I like to use, when modeling, red lines, like temporary red lines, like to help me guide stuff. Like right now, I want to put the center of the grid to the center of this kind of structural layer, but I cannot get to snap it. So I'm just going to draw something like this, like temporary stuff with a red line, and then I move it this way.
Yep.
And then I
we
can
did the same thing.
Red lines.
Yeah. We have them as red lines, and I show that Revit doesn't snap to things sometimes. So you have to draw it in just like you did with CAD. So
exactly. So I think a lot of people don't think of doing that, and I see them kind of struggling with the modeling tool. They're kind of, I cannot get to modify stuff. But you shouldn't. I use these kind of detail lines all of the time. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this out. Let's see what we have so far. So you can see this one is upside down. Okay, let's see. This is good. Probably too tall. I'm gonna set this to level 2 with a top offset of -1 feet. And probably I like to model stuff in 3D as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna select the floor tool and yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm finishing my floor, picking the generic one, and making sure I don't have any offset. There you go. And now I'm gonna model the apartment floors, and I'm gonna leave like a slightly cantilevered space. It's gonna make it look better. That's the design part speaking now. So I'm going to select the wall tool. Let's see, and instead of wood, like the rest should be brick. So let's say that the first floor is going to be wood, and of course to distinguish the volumes, we're going to use a brick wall. And something you can do with the draw tools, I can use the pick line, so I could select this to draw the wall. But I'm going to start to set the correct constraints right here. And this is going to go all the way to the roof. Finish face exterior, that's good. And then I can immediately set an offset. So let's say that I have, what would make sense? Let's say 4 feet of offset, and I can click on this wall surface, and it's going to create my brick wall. And
Beautiful.
then let's say
So
that
cool.
I do it only for like these two will be cantilevered, but I don't want to do it for these ones. So I'm just going to set it at 0.
And so do you guys do this because it's pretty?
The cantilever, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess also if it's kind of a roof. Also, if you put an exterior wall, door in
oh
here,
yeah, a canopy.
It removes the need to have kind of a marquee above your head, right? So it's kind of like if this is the main entrance, it's covered by.
It's nice, rain. Beautiful. See, that's a good answer. I like that.
More floor space up there too.
Yeah, that's more
drains.
Space. Yeah, exactly.
And you don't need roof drains. Like I would need roof drains if we did canopies. So it reduces some of your cost. So although you're going to probably spend more money on structure, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. And then I'm setting a negative offset for this one of -1 foot. So should maybe I should add just a few more.
Yeah,
stuff.
let's do a roof, and then I have some comments.
Okay, so already like on the second floor, probably I should add kind of more grids, something like that. Adding them quickly, of course. And so this, like the grids are a little bit messy, right? Is there a quick way where we could fix grids and where all the extents would be equal? What is it? What can I do?
I don't mess with grids, man.
Scope boxes. Okay, so I'm creating a new scope box right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to call this grids. And then I'm selecting all of the grids.
Grids.
And here in the scope box, I'm going to select grids.
Set that.
You can see all of the extents are fixed.
Cool. Really We've never seen that. Maybe Tyler has. I doubt it though.
Okay, yeah.
I'm learning so many things. This is awesome.
I know. This is like literally like the things we should be learning, but we never do because it's just things we don't worry about.
Yeah. So what is that? Okay. Something else that you can do also is the crop of this view. Like, if you have like 10 stories and you don't want just the crop individually of all of them, so you can also assign, let's say I select all 3 of these views, and I'm going to assign the grid scope box.
Yeah, we definitely recommend doing that. It just keeps everything consistent. Yeah, for sure.
And for some reason, I noticed on the first floor, the grids are not appearing at all. So I don't know what's going on. So probably I'm going to go to an elevation view and try to see
the scope box. Okay. It's not cutting
what's going on. So the scope box, I've created in the second floor so that it's not extending down below enough.
That would be hard to troubleshoot. Yeah.
So the grids are not intersecting level 1, but now if I go to level 1, they should be there. There we go. All the grids are now there.
If you didn't know that, you'd never figure that out.
Okay,
that happened to us too.
Yeah. let's add some more stuff. Let's say that I add yeah, I'm thinking, should I model the staircase right now?
No,
okay,
no.
We use the shaft. So I'm gonna put the floor right here. I don't want to attach it. And something you can do as well, if you're being a little bit lazy, I'm gonna go to this 3D view, select the floor, go to paste, align to selected level, and I will use level 3 and 4. And there you go. It creates the other floors without having to open each view individually. Then I can do the same thing for the roof. Probably these, are they extending? Yeah, they're extending, but almost 1 foot for the parapet. And I'm going to select the roof. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. I'm going to move it to level roof. Should I select the walls or pick lines? But both of them can work. Is there an offset? No offset. Okay, so I'm going to pick this one, and this one. And of course, by default, you can see the triangle. It means that it wants to do a sloped, right? But for this kind of building, we're going to make it flat, right?
Yes, we are. I'm going to put giant holes for scuppers in there too. No, I'm just kidding.
So for now, it's just a generic roof. I'm a bit lazy, so we're going to keep it at that. What else? I think we could quickly add a staircase. And so I'm going to
It better be quick.
Yes. No,
we don't need staircases.
So
you hate staircases.
No, I said we don't need them to do our stuff.
Let's say that the stairs are going to be at the corner of the building.
Okay.
And
don't want to run duck through the staircase, though. Got to know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But he could have just gave us that's where it is.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. And okay, something else that you can do is I'm going to go back to my 3D view. I think I need to activate the levels, though. So I'm going to annotation, select levels. So now the levels are showing up. Mm-hmm. Kind of, right? Barely. Okay, so something else that you can do, levels similar to grids, they can be included in scope boxes. So I'm going to put this into grids. And now you can see the extents are immediately fixed. And now I'm going to activate this scope box and move this down all the way to the floor. Select this staircase. The good news is that we have the same floor-to-floor distance to all floors. So I can just basically repeat the stairs. Gonna click here on select levels, and I can select these 2 levels. And this is now a multi-story stairs that,
I knew he had a trick for us. I knew stairs were easier than he was making it seem.
And finally, probably a shaft would be good, right? So I'm gonna draw a shaft.
Big ones.
This is for the stairs. I can add
for the
stairs. Mechanical.
Yeah, it's not for you, Tyler.
I got excited.
And just make it go all the way, something like that.
Now, if these stairs, though, are like in a building, right? We would technically need stair pressurization, right, Tyler?
Yeah. Don't want smoke and stuff in there. That's fire safety stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but we know about it, guys.
Okay, so I think the next step would probably add doors and windows, but do you think you guys feel this ready to push it to ACC?
Yeah. We could definitely push it to ACC. And then the only thing, so like now that you're thinking about it, like what we need, we really just need like an electrical room on the main floor. We need a water service room. And then Tyler would probably need to just think about what he's going to run his ducts, but at the same time, he probably doesn't need it. Maybe just some rooms, like what you were thinking. So basically the walls. We'll just need some basic walls on what you're thinking about layout.
Okay, so probably...
I mean, I would also say, just interject, one thing, depending on how we want to run this, once you get this linked up, then, wow, yeah, you're just doing it, so never mind, whatever.
Holy crap.
Okay, so let's say how big are these apartments?
And then one thing like to get advanced is like if you had retail on the first floor, you might make that like double level. You could make it 2 levels. So like that's kind of a cool thing. You could maybe show how you would do that. Yeah, maybe for one of those spaces it's just double level. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't want to make it too complicated though.
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Yeah. So am I, but it's like I like the pretty stuff too.
So should we add some sort of shaft in here next to the staircase or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, Tyler. You make that call.
I just need some. Yeah, just need some vertical. Whoa! It needs to be bigger than that, bro. That's probably doable. We can check it out.
Okay, so let's say that this is going to be like the main shaft, and so I would go here, the shaft tool. I would draw the boundaries. And something cool, you can draw boundary lines, so it's going to show up with the X without the need to draw dumb 2D lines. And then I have to ensure it goes like all the way to the roof. Yeah. So I don't know if I actually wanted to cut a hole in the roof or not, but let's assume that that's the case for now. So now I have this shaft. If I go to any level, it's going to show up. Including here as well. I just need to add all of the shaft, and you can see that it cut wall to the roof. So I don't know what stuff you would have in there to fill it up. And on the first floor, anything else I should add for now? Or
I mean, maybe an electrical shaft next to it. If he's going to have stuff on the roof, then we want to be able to run up there with it and then distribute to all the rooms in each floor.
So something you can do as well is, it was not really required. Of course, my favorite tool to adjust element align in Revit. So I picked this point, just move this wall, quick and dirty. So another shaft I should add in here.
Yeah, a little electrical one.
And
maybe like
is that a part of that shaft?
I would keep it separate, right? Run ducts.
Oh, I mean, like you just put a divider in it. Like what do you do for that?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We could.
Divider, something like that.
And then you would have to do your symbolic line,
So I'm gonna keep it one big shaft, but I'm gonna add
but keep the lines. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And those lines replicate on each floor. That's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. So then I just need to. So I love this tool when doing identical floors, allowing copy and paste line to current view. This is awesome.
Yep. Cool.
Same thing here. Yeah. And then maybe I would consider using model groups like for some of these elements if they're really the same, like the shaft wall, the corridor walls. I could. Okay, let's try it out right now. So let's say that these are kind of my main wall element.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yep.
And did I group them? Actually not, right? Okay, let's try that again. Yes. Copying all of this stuff. Okay, and then I'm gonna group it and call it like main common spaces apartment. That's just the first that came into mind. So I'm going to go to the other level and just paste in the current view. So I don't have, if I make a change here, of course, it's a model group. It's going to be affect the other floors.
Very nice.
Very cool. All right, so let's go back down to level 1.
Yeah.
And we're just going to need, is that all open space right now?
Probably not, right? We would need, let's see what I have for the doors. I have sort of egress. Yeah, glazing, fire rated. That's probably not good for a main entrance, right? Can I change this for some sort of glaze panels? That's a horrible main entrance. Not recommended.
That's great for
like how you run out of a movie theater.
Yeah. Okay. So in this template, I don't have that much. Like we have this. Going to not spend too much time on this, but we have a door collection that we made, so I can go in here and search and try to find something interesting. And in this collection, what's nice is you can just swap the panel and keep the rest intact. like keep the same steel frame and so on. And so I have this kind of full glazing panel.
Ooh,
So that's probably better for kind of a main entrance, right? So there are two ways I can bring this content to my project. The first is, of course, I can open the family load into the project. The other, if I'm lazy, I can just kind of copy this to the project itself, and the family is going to be automatically loaded, right?
Yep.
So let's say I paste this here, and then I can just match the properties, and suddenly I have a glazed door right here.
Very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, we also use the same kind of technique, just copy paste.
Yeah.
So
there's default angle, and the family is 45. There's something I can adjust to have the full swing. What else should I add on this? And then I'm going to bring it to ACC. I'm going to keep working on it while you guys do like mechanical stuff.
So, I mean, off the top of my head, you might want, so I guess everybody's going to be coming in to this building and then going to the stairs. Is that what you're trying to do, you think? So how are they getting over, like, how are they going through the retail? All right, so what I'm thinking is we need some retail spaces. So I didn't know what you're thinking about. How are you getting people to the retail? Yeah, something like that. Okay.
So probably like if I was to design this, I would say this is kind of the lobby.
You could put a little reception. Yeah,
exactly. There's going to be the main lobby. There's going to be post office boxes where you receive and get stolen your Amazon shipment.
Yeah, exactly. And then
and probably I'm just going to create a room here, and that's going to be like the commercial space.
Yeah, that'll be our retail for our giant coffee shop or whatever we decide.
Of course, now we have kind of a structure issue with trying to get the span. There's going to be some columns.
Oh, we don't care about structure. Yeah, we don't care about structure. Yeah. Okay, cool. We will probably need, so me and John need like an electrical room and a plumbing room. For a building like this, I don't need a huge room, but probably some spaces. So I don't know. I'll let you place those. They could be on the back. Since this is fictitious, it doesn't really matter. Maybe near the shafts, John, like over there, and maybe just block out a full space and then divide it into, I don't know. I mean, I don't need a huge room.
Tyler, are you going base? Is this like first floor or basement that we're going to
this is first floor. There's no basement in this project.
Okay. Yeah. Tyler, you want to put your stuff down here are you going first floor equipment or rooftop?
Oh, rooftop for sure.
I'm going rooftop. Okay. Yeah. So you're probably gonna start up there and like work all your stuff down. I can start at the
it's kind downstairs. I might have some stuff down there for the retail space, just kind of like TI ready equipment.
And then one thing about the placement of that door, since John's shaft is right there for the electrical stuff, maybe it's more strategic to not put the door right there because he's gonna have stuff running through it, right, John? Am I right about this?
I'm gonna punch in with a couple conduits, go up, tapping into each floor. And then
so you can put it there, or you can even put the electrical, the doors on the exterior, right? So they can only, I don't know if electrical has a code where it has to be through. Okay.
Oh,
but does it have to,
yeah.
But also does the door can it be on the exterior only? Or does it have to be through the interior as well? The exterior of the building. The exterior of the building. Yes.
It's like right there. Yeah. I see
and it's usually a double door, so you can get big pieces of equipment.
Okay,
right?
So we need like the kind of the technical door.
We don't have to. We don't have to. Yeah. And then swing out probably, so you get more space.
The egress.
These are just. I'm just trying to throw in some MEP stuff that this is what we think about, because you guys, I'm sure there's going to be architects who watch this video. So I just want to throw it out there. Like, these are the types of things that we actually tell you guys all the time. So again, I would make the swing of that door on the exterior out to the outside. So that way it doesn't hit panels. Yeah. That way it doesn't hit a panel or something that's along those walls. So that's a huge, nice, big electrical room. You actually do, like, for apartments, you do need a little bigger, right, of an electrical room, because you'll have some meter centers.
We'll have incoming, distribution, meters, and transformers. If, I don't know, you get 480, but we can assume lower voltage.
Yeah. And I'll take half that size of a room for my little water service. I don't need really much. So you could just do it off to the right and do another exterior doors, double doors, and then I'll just take something. Yeah.
So you need another different room, you mean?
Yeah.
I
don't
know
want
it
more stuff
sucks.
in my electrical stuff.
Now I don't
We're
really
taking up like half the retail space. This is amazing.
This is what we do. This is what we do.
Real mechanical guys, yeah.
So you can call the mechanical room. You can call it mechanical room or electrical room. I mean, think it is the electrical room, right?
Yeah, we'll make it electrical.
And then you could say water service room. I like to call it water service. Or sometimes they'll call it sprinkler room. Like if you needed a fire pump, you might call it because I'm going to have to put my sprinkler equipment. But water service room's great. That should be more than enough. And yeah, that's good. That's a good start. So we will start our MEP design now. I'll let Tyler take it away of setting the project up.
Well, I mean, Nick's got to get it on ACC first.
Oh,
yeah.
So, well,
I'm going to put this on the ACC.
Okay.
So, and so to put this on ACC is actually quite straightforward. First, I'm going to click on collaborate. It asks me to save the model. So I'll just save it at a random. I can save it anywhere. It's going to the cloud afterwards. So I'm saving it on just my desktop, as we all do.
I just make my desktop not show files on it, so it just looks empty.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's smart.
Yeah.
I like every 6 weeks, I take like 15 minutes to clean my desktop.
Yeah.
So I use, and then I'm going to use in the cloud. Of course, I have an ECC Collaborate Pro subscription on top of the AEC collection license. And then I save as a cloud model. Oh yeah, there are two ways you can actually have a model in the cloud. You can actually do one without Worksets. It took me a while to realize you can do it.
No kidding.
Right? So it's a non-work shared, but it's only one user at a time. So if you want multiple users to work on the same file, it needs to be a cloud work shared model. Anyway, so I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to call this Evrex Live Arch Model 26. Of course, I like to include the version of Revit.
Love that.
And then we can wait a little bit. And I'm going to show you. Oh, yeah, it did create the Worksets. Okay, so it's good.
Maybe they fixed that, and we just haven't gone through this process in a while, right?
No, now that I think about it, it's a different tool. If you have to go to save as and save the cloud model, so it's a non-work shared cloud model. But if you go in here in the Collaborate tab, it always creates the Worksets.
Gotcha.
So now it's fine. And typically, I like to shut down a model, right? And just to ensure that everything is good. So then I'm going here.
Smart.
And
go through the docs.
It's actually here. But just to be sure, I like to go to the actual menu.
I don't believe it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, and by the way, you look at these icons. You can see this one, for example. This is a work shared file, but not on the cloud. The cube icon with the cloud, it's cloud and work shared, right? So with Worksets, multiple people can work on it at the same time. So there's actually a type of file. It's only a cloud symbol, no cube. So that's what I mean by
I've never seen. Yeah, you're right. I've never seen that.
Non-work shared cloud model.
Yeah,
for like the solo practitioners that want to work, let's say, from multiple computer or without local network or one person at a time. Anyway, so I'm going there and selecting the right company. These are all kind of clients and partners I work with. Selecting this project. And okay, which one was it? I forget. I guess
it's the live. Yeah. The other one says test.
And so whenever I save to the cloud, I always shut it down and try to open it like just as a test to ensure everything's fine.
Yeah, sweet.
You don't want to work on like your desktop one, and then you're trying to save that, and then like
exactly,
one completely ignored. Oh, I see it already.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, those of you not used to you're working on the CC, there's no more of a pending local file or central on the name. You don't need to type central, by the way. There are still local files, but it's kind of dealt behind the scenes.
You can't get to it anymore, right? They used to like just save in my documents folder and then like pile up. Now I can't find them anymore.
It's part of some cache file somewhere, but it's kind of partly hidden now.
Yeah, I think it's also like purged as well for some reason. So like I had an issue where I was like, I crashed a central, or so to speak, or I messed up something, and I was like, I'll go to my local, and then I was like, we can't find local files anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
But you can restore old versions of the central. Anyways.
So do you want guys to take over and showcase how you would proceed to link?
Yeah, I'll let Tyler take over. And in the meantime, if you want to make the pretty stuff like windows, the things that we don't care about, maybe like where the bathrooms are going to go, that's helpful.
I care. Bathrooms are helpful.
Oh, I need an IT closet probably for a building.
Okay, so I'm in our template just on my desktop. I've taken our RevX template. I just saved it. I upgraded it to 26, so you guys didn't have to see anything. It's not on the cloud yet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it on ACC first so that I can link in Nick's model and see what's going on. So collaborate in cloud. You just watch Nick do this. There we go. Models, MEP model. I'm going to run with that. This is going to be my fastest model setup ever.
You better be. Watch, this blue circle is just going to go forever.
This one's still pretty fast.
By the way, Nick, that was really cool watching you go through those things. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people probably bypass a lot of those little tricks, like with scope boxes. A lot of people don't use scope boxes, and we love them because it's consistency, right? So it's like these little tricks help so much time, like save so much time in the long run. So.
Yeah, I also just like the basic project setup. If you kind of mess that up, it can haunt you for years afterwards, right?
Years, yeah.
We had a project where it was like 3 years in, and somebody said that the coordinates were off by like just like a fraction of a couple degrees. Mm-hmm. And we rotated it. Oh my gosh, we had to get like a 3-month extension of the project because of how bad it screwed everything up. And this was like years later. So I was like, that was so important, but they missed.
Every time I went to a BIM kickoff meeting and I asked a question about like, all right, how are we doing with the coordinates? Let's talk about this. This is really important. And when the architect's BIM person said, oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's really easy. We'll just do it. It'll be cool. We don't have to talk about it. I always freaked out.
All right,
there it is.
You managed to link it?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, so maybe I missed it. So what options did you use when linking when it comes to
so you did miss it. What we do in our template is we have preloaded links. So I have a link called arc placeholder link. So I just did a reload from.
Yeah.
But of course, then I've got to make sure that the method is correct and everything. So part of my method when I get a new architectural model is I open up the architect's model, I look at it, I take screenshots of the project base point, the origin and everything, make sure it's all good. So like here, I would turn on the architect's, filter Revit links, and I would make sure that this is set to, so here's yours. I would set it to by host view. And so then I can now see yours. And so the gray ones are yours, the colored ones are mine. They're all stacked on top of each other. And then I just do acquire coordinates from your model. It says it's all gravy. We're good to go. Off to the races.
Nick,
good.
Do you know why?
You work with the internal origin, right?
Yeah.
For linking? Yeah, okay.
But I mean, Nick, like our model has to be able to do whatever weird stuff the architect's model is doing because we have to match it. One way or the other, right? So, yeah.
Nick,
Ryan?
Do you know why we might have a preloaded architectural link? Do you know any benefits to that?
Yeah. I've seen Aaron Maller showcase this technique a while ago of Team Parallax, and it's basically so you can pre-save all the view settings, right, in view template, and don't have to start from scratch when you add a new file. So you can say, I want the architectural model in gray and this category in black and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Especially for like structural, you can make all the structural stuff red already instead of, because if you don't do that, you have to have said that. So it's kind of cool that you can set up the things that are in the links. Sorry, Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, good. So we've got like 13 levels in our model. So I'm just aligning our levels to Nick's level 4. So there we go. We've got all those. And if you look over, you can see that for each of our disciplines, we've got we've got levels that represent each of these views. So everything's all ready to go. But we don't, with Nick's model, we've just got floors 1 through 4 plus the roof. So when I delete all the levels we don't need, all those views are going to go away. So it cleans up our model really quickly. So we're now ready to go.
Were there differences in terms of height? What were the height of your levels?
Oh yeah, they were not. They were off. Okay. We actually have like
just set them
three or four kind of down here, and then we have all the rest of them up here in case you need more, so you can move them. Yeah. We also have 2 basement levels that I already deleted. And then John's got a thing down here. So the levels are good. I got my scope box here. We've got these scope boxes are for like if we're doing a campus, so we don't need those. And we're not using a site plan, but I keep the site plan in there just in case we need it later. But so all of our views are already snapped to not the working views, but our sheet views are all snapped already to the into the scope boxes. So these are all set up. So I've cloud hosted this. I linked your model in. I got the levels set. There's some more fiddly stuff that I would typically do, but this is pretty much good enough. I can now invite Brian and John in, so I can sync and say, okay, guys, have at it. You can, it's safe enough for them to hop in and start doing stuff. I would also, I would delete some more views. Like we've got demo and existing views and stuff like that. So I would mute those. So that's what I would do. But I don't bore y'all with the rest of that stuff. I can start get ready setting some. Why don't I plop down some equipment? So I've got the roof. I've got these shafts here. I know I've got to get. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like some condensing units on the roof. For the residential units, put some fan coils, vertical HUs in there. And I also need to get some ventilation air down. So I'm thinking, I'll make a bare unit on the roof to drop in. I haven't done that many of this type of project before. I did mostly like office space and laboratories and stuff like that. But we can hop over to the mechanical warehouse family that I've got. And we can grab, let me turn that filter off.
So one thing, Tyler, since you haven't done a lot of these, I mean, we did like 1 million of these. So it would be just like an air handling unit in each unit, and then one for the corridor to handle everything up to a condensing unit. And it was just, that's it. Ventilation probably through the side of the building. I don't even know, but it's just like ventilation is not a big deal, but do it how you want to do it, man.
No, I mean, I appreciate it. So we could get a few of these guys going up here. We could get a bank of these, something like that. And then, I mean, since I think it would actually be more interesting than a soffit, like level by level, I'm just going to put an AHU up here to pull in ventilation air from the roof. Not because that's a great design decision, because I think it would be cool.
I'll definitely do that
in there.
And then how many total units are we talking about? Is it 3 per floor? So 3, 6, 9? Nick, how many did we have? Oh, he's on mute.
Yeah, sorry, how many of what? The ventilation.
How many units do we have, like apartments?
So far, we've done 3 apartments per floor. And how many did we have? So 3 floors of apartments. That's right? Yeah, it is.
So 9. Yep. So Tyler would need 9 condensing units, basically.
Let's go back to the roof. This one, you just make this like a DOS. So don't need that.
Tyler's I'm gonna narrate for him. He's he's using his custom air handling unit or RTU and customizing it to make something else. So it's like kind of our process of like we have this base family that can do so much. So Tyler built this, and it's pretty sweet. So
yeah, that looks like a pretty complete family.
It's like a Swiss watch family. So you can make just about anything with it. Could be hydronic, could be DX, could be just about anything you want. You can make a whole bunch of stuff. So delete that crap.
And I kind of showcased this technique on Nick's podcast a long time ago with you use like a little he's using these rectangular wall or face-based families to host his connectors so he can move them very easily. So I know in Revit 2023 or something, they changed the ability to change where the connectors, which face they're going off of, but we still find it better to use a face-based family to move those things around.
All right, so I'm still adding stuff to the model. So what's nice about this is if you sync, I haven't synced yet, but if I sync, you're gonna see some of it, right?
Yeah, so
that'd
cool.
be sweet. This is top of unit, front,
and then John, do you want to go next or should I go next?
You can go ahead. I know you.
All right, I'll go ahead because Tyler's probably got to put some equipment in a little bit. So then you could like start working on how you want to do that stuff. Anyway, I'll let you go, Tyler. Finish up.
Sweet. So I've got this. Got to get my. There's a constraint on this thing. It keeps wanting to pop over here, which I'm kind of troubleshooting at the moment. Because I did a thing where I adjusted the constraint, and so now I'm hunting down like where the constraint thing is on that connection from left, front, side. I think it might just be dimension supplier, distance from rear 3 right. Yeah, I basically flipped it around. Was it the outside area?
Well, I'm going to be opening up the model.
Yeah, that's the beauty, right? You can all get started on your end.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'm just going to do this. Just pop this in there.
You had one already created, basically, right?
Yeah. So
you just
here
wanted
we go.
to show the cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so let's drop that 20 feet. And then if I had a return air, which I think you probably wouldn't normally do, but for this one, we're going to do it again because it's cool. There's 20. All right. So then let's hop into a 3D view.
I don't think you hit enter or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And then
or apply.
Negative 20 feet.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Pull it that way. It's negative 20. Pop it out that way. And I might actually, I'm not going to do that for now. And then I'll pop back to my roof, bring this over, come down C. So I actually want this to come down about to here. That's about to where I want them. And then I'm going to go to like, not there. I'm going to come up to here. So I've got these guys and these need to be moved over. I know I'm moving my unit that's up top. I'm going to put on this side because I don't want that unit to be too close to the parapet. And so that's going to have to run into the space. This might pull off into this space.
One thing I was thinking, now that we kind of have this down, you might want to swap the electrical shaft, right? Because maybe you need to be right in the corridor for that, right? To deliver air.
That might be nicer for me to be able to pop in a corridor. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick, we already got something for you.
Yeah.
Swap the electrical.
So I should flip the. All right, let's do it.
The shafts. The electrical shaft should be on the other side.
So yeah, the electrical shaft, conduit-wise, I can come back in and go into each unit.
So just
and allow Tyler
dividing wall, basically.
You can do that. That's fine. Yeah. And so what that's doing, Nick, is it's like allowing Tyler to get right to the corridor to deliver conditioned air.
All right, done. So let me just
Sweet.
sync.
Very cool.
We're syncing.
Then,
so you think we're going to finish this thing in 30 minutes? I think we can do it, guys. I think we can totally do it. The setup always takes the longest.
Yeah. We're rocking and rolling. I already got the distribution done electrically.
Doing that.
You're working? I was going to stop. Oh, that's so great.
All right. So I'm just curious. Can you guys go to 3D View and try to sync?
Yeah, let's let's check this out. I'm going to turn on your model. Oh, I think I have it turned off somewhere else. Links.
Well, hold on. Is it? We should have some 3D architectural views. Pretty sure we do.
Yeah, we do. It's not this one. I mean, we can also go to like setup view. So here we go. All right, here's Nick's model. Here's my stuff laying around on it. Let's do a sync.
Oh, I just realized.
But Thomas, we keep our mechanical equipment in a warehouse, not in the template.
Oh, you didn't update like some of the stuff I added though. Why not?
What did you add?
Link. Is that what you did?
Oh, maybe I need to reload link.
Yeah, reload link because sync only does our MEP coordination.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Good troubleshooting. We're fast.
Yeah, Vinny, we're actually in two different models. We could all work in the same exact model, but we're in two different models.
Yeah, I say the same models, plural. It's not the same one. Yeah, so you see, I added some stuff. I added kind of brick pilasters. I was trying to find ways where this design could be more interesting, and we're going to need some column. It's partly cantilevered, but like 4 feet. If it's a concrete building, that's a lot of weight. So
beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Tyler, how you doing? Are you still going?
I'm still doing stuff, but if you wanted to take over and take a crack at it, go for it.
Okay. Whew. All right. I'm a little nervous. All right. Let's see. Screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Let's do this.
Yeah, Thomas, we keep our template pretty lean. We try to keep all of our families outside of it in the warehouse. That's what the warehouse is for, so that you don't have a bunch of stuff you don't use in the template. Exactly.
Yeah, so this is my plumbing warehouse, and I have all my stuff laid out. I'm going to need a backflow preventer. So there's different ways you can do this. We're going to use a 2-inch. I'm going to actually I'm going to use a 3 because why not? We can go big. So what I usually do, there's different ways of like bringing stuff in, like Nick showed. You could just copy and paste, but if you need multiple, sometimes I'll just kind of move it into the same area so I get them all at the same spot, and then I can copy and paste them in. Nick, what kind of toilets we got in this thing? Water closets. You doing tank? We doing flush valve? I would assume we're going to do tank probably, right? Let's just do tank.
Yeah, this is going to be apartments. Unless maybe on the first floor, maybe we're going to have something different.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably do, we'll do flush valves on the first floor. Let's do that. Because that's more...
So do you need me to start placing these toilets, or is it not necessary?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can just start with like main distribution stuff.
Thomas is asking what's a warehouse. So you're talking like the model container file with all of your equipment and families.
Yeah, so basically we call it a warehouse. It's basically a project file in Revit that just has all of our families into it. And it's like we display it on this view and just add text or tags. And basically that way we don't have to have a template full of like hundreds of families that we don't need in every project. We can keep it nice and lean. And so this is the warehouse. I'm just grabbing all the things I'm going to need from it. And then we'll just paste them into the project. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just grabbing the families that are pretty common. You know, we got mop sinks. We got like a tub and a shower. So depending on what Nick chooses, we might do a tub or a tub and a shower, something like this. So I'm just basically putting all the families that I'm going to need. And let's see what else we got. We're probably going to need some floor drains. So I'm going to take one of those, put them over here. And you'll see in a second like what this is doing. So let's go here. And then we're probably going to need some roof drains. So I'll go get one of those, get two of those. I'll make it over. All right, so we got all these, and then I'm going to start with that. I think I got most of the stuff. I'm literally just going to copy this to the clipboard. Oh, we didn't get a lavatory. All right, so let's do, what do you want to do? Drop-ins? Probably drop-in. Are you doing square or are we doing round? Probably square, right? I feel like you're a square guy.
Yeah, probably so.
All right, so we'll do these. All right, so we got our lavatory, we got our toilet, we got our shower tub, we got some fixtures, some toilets. All right, so we're ready. We're just going to literally just copy it to the clipboard, and then I'm going to go into the project. So this is the MEP model, right? And I'm just going to go to a first floor view right here, and I'm just going to paste from the clipboard. So hit the paste button. And it's just loading all those families. Taking some time, and then I'm going to click, and there they are. John. Okay. Place request. This was bound to happen, right?
Oh, I synced. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. So what can I do? Cancel.
Let me.
All right. So do I have to sync maybe?
Nope. Wait till I sync first. I'll sync and then I'll let it go. Sorry, I was copying a few things in. Hey, is any of you putting in spaces?
Haven't yet, but can, or you can.
Okay. I can put it in. I'll start on the first floor. All right, I'm synced.
All right, you're synced. So that's obviously a common thing. I don't know, though, what element, though, would it have been that is triggering that? I mean, I didn't really do anything. So it's a little concerning. So obviously, I would assume most people have, worked in a work sharing environment. So when John touches one of my things, I can't. He has ownership of it.
It could be things like I was pasting stuff into the paste from family. Like I was transferring things over, and it might have been like, I don't know. I might have picked up a text box or something.
I don't know.
Something universal between the two of us.
Yeah. It's a little concerning that it showed up when I pasted stuff, but it was maybe just we just weren't synced up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to click this paste button now, and hopefully it works. It's definitely taking a lot longer than it usually does. It's probably because we're on Riverside or whatever. All right, I'm clicking. Hey, we worked. All right, so I got all my stuff in the project now, and then I can literally just select it all and hit delete. All right, so I'm going to start with this water service room right here, and we're going to start drawing some piping. So I'm in a working plan right now. I'm going to go to Systems, Pipe. We're going to do cold water, so we got to select P-cold water. So all of my plumbing systems have a P in the front, and I want to make sure the elevation's like -3, and we said we were going to use a 3-inch into this building. And I'm just going to pick a point right here, and it's going to come up through the floor about right there. We're going to go to, let's say, 3 feet above the ground. And that's where I'm going to put my backflow, and then we're going to go up to 10 feet. Now, is the levels 10 feet?
Yep, all of them.
So
like probably in retrospect, I'm gonna change it now. It's too late, but I could have done like maybe 12 feet first to second floor, and then shorter for the others. So the first floor would have been taller. A
little taller. So I'm since right now I know it's at 10. I'm gonna put it at 9, and then this will be where my piping's going. And then we always teach everybody that we train to open up a 3D view. And like Nick said, he likes the model in 3D. I like to model in 3D, but I also like to just use it for verification. So there it is. And then I'm going to put my backflow preventer. So I'm going to go to Systems, Pipe Accessory. And you can see here's my backflow preventer. And let me try that again. Just gonna, as I hover into the pipe, it'll just snap in there. And then I just have to verify that it's the right way. So I actually have to flip it because the end's on the wrong side. So we're going to flip. And then I have to rotate it just like this. There's my backflow preventer. So that's cool. And then basically I need to pick a spot where I'm going to go up through the building. So some of this, obviously, some of this water is going to go out to the retail space. And then, so we might actually put like, let's just stop it right here. And then I'm going to use create similar. So CS on my keyboard. And we might just use maybe part of this shaft or this wall. If this wall was going all the way up, I might use it. And then I'm going to just let's just bring it up here for now. And I'm going to go up to the very top. I think it's about 50 feet and just click apply. And then it brings up, you know, my water up to 50 feet. And then I might like use a section. So I'm actually going to use this section right here. And I'm going to go to it. So we're going to right click, go to view. And then we can kind of see how tall our building is. And maybe we want, we want the piping to be at about this spot right here, because I can kind of upfeed all the water. Actually, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go all the way up. So we're going to go up to here and then, something like that. And then I'm going to go off and then feed all the apartments with my water. So that's cool. And then I'm going to do, when Nick's ready, I'm going to need to I'm going to start drawing some sanitary, and then I will let John go. So basically, I don't really know. I would need to find out from the civil, like where the waste or the sanitary is going. But I'm just going to pretend it's kind of going out this direction. So I'm going to use a 4-inch, and we're going to set it to -2. I'm not going to worry about sloping right now. And we're just going to say, hey, this is retail space. We don't really know what it looks like yet, and it's just a shell, but we can like start at a point like back here. And ooh, I went way too -2. All right, here we go. Click. And we're just going to go out to a point like right here. And I'm going to put a clean out here. And I forgot a clean out. So I'm going to have to go back into my warehouse and grab a clean out. So here it is right here. And this is a 4-inch clean out. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard, go back to my working view. And then we will paste this clean out right here. All right. And then I'm just going to create similar. I like to just put it right on top of it. And then I'm going to click on it and say connect into and select my pipe. So I got my little clean out right here in 3D. And that's going to be my sanitary going out the building. I'm going to put a floor drain right here. So I'm going to just go F for my fixtures, and then we'll start typing in drain. And you can see I have this big 4-inch floor drain, and I'm going to throw it like we'll put it right under our backflow preventer. And then I'm going to use connect into again. Oops. Connect into's up here, and then click my pipe. Oh, this is the wrong pipe type. So I'm going to actually tab into all of it. And then you can filter just the pipe. So just the pipe and the pipe fittings. And what you can do is you can use change type. There it is. My computer's going a little slow. And we'll change it to drainage. And the cool thing about using change type is it fixes all your little fittings. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll just put a little P-trap here. And I'm pretty good. So that's kind of like the start of the plumbing infrastructure. And then we're going to have to go to each level. All right, John, go ahead. I'm going to synchronize.
And there's a bunch of questions in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was going to. So Thomas, we don't use Worksets. We have just Workset 1. We would only create Worksets if direly needed. And we find that works pretty well. We don't use them for visibility. We don't use them for filters. We don't use anything else like that.
We use we use Revit systems for for our filters. So since you have to put most of your piping and duct work and everything on a system anyway. We just use that property or parameter for our filters. So. All right, John, you're on mute.
Thank you. So yeah, I've been kind of doing very similar things that Tyler and Ryan have been showing. I have my warehouse. I have my warehouse kind of over here on the side. So I'm been picking stuff out of here and bringing them in here as I need them. Just kind of following along with the conversation. So I started routing up to like, where my second floor is and stuff like that. But I need to kind of update my link. So let's see, I just go to was management. Where's my manage links? Here it is. So we are doing arch model, reload. And then actually I should probably sync so I can see the plumbing stuff and everything. Let's see. Here we go. But yeah, when I first start working on a project, I always stay in what I call the working view, which is kind of like my messy space. And I like this because I'm just dropping things to begin with, trying to see what each floor is like. So like, here's my second floor. Let's go up to the roof. So it looks like I got some equipment up here. I'm going to tag them just so I know that they're up here and I have to provide some power to it. Let's see. I'm also going to go here to my schedule. We have a MEP coordination. All right. So it looks like mechanical equipment. Yeah, stuff's going to start popping up in here. So I keep an eye on this to make sure that I don't lose track of it and everything gets powered. We can also drop in a filter. Let's see, parameter exist starts with, well, you know what? I'll keep it out of here because I want to see if Ryan drops any plumbing equipment or any heaters and stuff, then I'll come back in here to check it. But let's see, go back in here real quick. I can see, hey, Tyler, you want me to put in mechanical equipment for you? Or, I mean, the electrical voltage?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I want to pretend like you handed me some submittals or cut sheets, and then I'm going to put this information in for you. All right. So, apparently that's right. The only downside is we're in the same model, so I have to put a request in. Right now, I don't think Tyler's synced, so I can't touch it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to come back to it. So what I can go work on.
I think here we go.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to, let's see, check my view range. Level. Actually, oh yeah, don't we have to do that whole view range thing? I think mine, never mind, clean it up. Okay, so I cleaned up my view range so that I'm only looking at my first floor. This needs to go probably higher. Let me see. What did I say? Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this because I was drawing this and I think my view range wasn't quite set up yet. But essentially, I put in my main distribution panel. Let's see. I don't know if I need these two. Right now, I'm just going to go my main distribution panel. I have a receptacle panel and a lighting panel. Let's see. We probably don't need to go crazy with this. No generator, no UPS. I'm going to go, let's see. This is commercial space. We have our water service, and this is my electrical room. So, oh, that's right. I'm going to drag. Oh, I think I have annotative crop or something. Why is this not? Oh, it is coming out. Okay. That was weird. I think I was clicking. Something I was clicking was dragging it out. All right. So I am drawing an 8th scale. Hey, are you guys working in quarter? I
don't know. Probably.
Well, let's see. I'm going to make my own call out. Go to view, quarter scale.
I mean, nice. we could throw it on a sheet and see how big it is.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. So I like the enlarged views because sometimes in electrical rooms they get really crowded. And I'm going to throw in a couple more things. Let's see. I would like So we have a receptacle lighting. Oh, I wanted a separate one for the commercial space. That way they can meter that separately. Oh, we also need like areas for meters. So essentially, I'm coming in here. I'm just looking for whatever I need in here. I'm actually going to let's use a switchboard, one of those like meter walls. I'm going to put that in here. Wow, that's thick. Let's cut that down a little bit. Instead of, I need to make this not so skinny. There we go. Depth. We'll say 18 inches deep, 3 feet wide. It's probably 6 foot. Okay. Okay, that looks better. All right, we'll call that our metering. And essentially, we'll feed out of the MDP, hit the meter, and we'll feed up to either the apartments upstairs or some of the commercial space down here. Let's see. Do I want to make... I mean, really, we just have the commercial space. What's this over here? Oh, Nick, are you...
This is like the lobby for the apartments. Like
right, okay.
The post
is
box.
It because, like, did you not make a room for this?
Oh, yeah, I didn't make a room, yeah.
Okay.
Possibly so, yeah.
Stairs. All right, so I need that. Actually, once you make the rooms, we can put in our spaces. And then
let me edit right now, and I'll just sync in a minute.
Yeah. All right, since I have enlarged views, I don't really want tags here.
So rooms are pretty essential for you guys to work. So we need to set them up properly pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah, they're useful. Like Tyler does a bunch of calcs with them when we put spaces in. And if you don't have rooms, we can't have spaces, right?
Mm-hmm.
So same thing for circuiting. When I circuit stuff in here, if we have spaces involved, then it'll just kind of help me name some of the circuits, and I use them for like a rough lighting calc.
Yeah.
These are useful things.
There you go. So I just added the apartment entrance as a room. I'm currently syncing.
All right, and then
I've tried to do an apartment layout. I'm not, as an architect, I'm not quite satisfied, but at least we've got some components placed.
Yeah, I think I still have to update. Okay,
yeah,
so
it's just finished. Yeah,
and the roof.
So if you reload, you should see it now.
Okie dokie. All right,
I only did the level 2 one, so and then I would add it as a group and copy paste to the other ones.
Right, I love it. All right, so if I hit reload, I gotta sync first. Okay. All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna sync. Okay. Ooh, that looks nice. Look at that. Okay, apartment entrance, stairs. Very nice. All right, so now that we have the rooms here, let me drop in these spaces. Do space, place automatically. Ooh, that's right. Tyler, you got these awesome tags, which I probably don't need in this view.
Yeah, you could select all. Yeah, just switch over to those.
Yeah. All right, the tags are deleted. I also have to space naming, right? Hit okay. Yeah, I guess. Oh, right. It adds spaces to even these. We don't need spaces in these. What do you call them? Vertical risers or ducts?
Oh yeah, the
shafts.
Shafts. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need spaces in shafts. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. Nice. Okay, I'll hit save, and then I'll sync one more time just to let go of these. Cool. All right, so let's see. I don't know what we're doing with this commercial space yet. Like if we have a bar somewhere or whatever, but I think I'll wait for that before I start putting in more receptacles. Let me go up to level 2. Ooh, that's nice. All right, so clearly I'm not going to put a panel in a bedroom. So now that I see where this is, we're just gonna move the panel. Actually, a lot of places, or at least places that I've moved into, they have a recessed panel kind of like right near the doorway. So I'm going to align this to that. We're going to move over to about here. Let's see. We got room stuff. All right. So I'm going to put a panel at least in each room first. And then I can actually circuit this to the one downstairs. So let me go ahead and make sure that this is powered up. I'm going to power it up. I'm going to bring in 3-phase power. Or no, do I want 3-phase? Single phase? No, this place, we got commercial. All right, so I'll say 3-phase, 2-8 downstairs. And then upstairs, we're going to power this as single phase because there's no need for 3-phase in a bedroom. And I can pick, oh, right, I got to set my distribution system. So if I pick this panel, 208, 120, perfect. And I need to say max number of breakers. I'll just put 42. 1200 amps seems quite excessive. We'll do, I don't know, 400, 600. Let's cut that in half. 600 amps. Awesome. All right, so now if I go up here, I'm also going to clean up my tabs a little bit. I can circuit this, electric circuit, MDP1, perfect. And let's go here, and I'm going to give, each room, hey, are we doing in-room heaters and air handlers and stuff?
Yeah, we're going to have in-room air handlers, yeah, for heating and cooling. Okay,
so then I'll do 100 amps. And do the same thing here. That looks like it automatically populates. All right, so 100 amp. And when I drop these panels in, I actually named them to have the room number in it, so it's easier for me to figure out what it is later at the main distribution board. And if you notice, like as I'm circuiting this stuff up, like when I place it, it was red. So like when I placed it, it's red. That means it wasn't powered up. I'm not done working on it. And then as I go through, I hit circuit and it assigns to a panel. I give it a breaker size and everything. It turns black. So that's kind of my clue that things are getting done. Why is that showing from down below? Oh, I think I know why. Oh, well, anyways, to finish my thought here, as things get circuited, it turns to black, and that's kind of my clue that, hey, everything in here is now circuited. So, for instance, like if I continue to add more receptacles, let's see, 1'6", duplex. Actually, I think all commercial now needs like AFCI. So we're going to start dropping a few of them here, one in the corridor. Actually, I need to know what these rooms are. Here, I can do the bedroom. I'll put one on either side. Let's see. Usually do at least, I can do dimensions if I wanted to. Let's see. There. Here. So like if I wanted to be very specific, obviously I would use this and be like, oh, 8 feet from the wall, stuff like that. And I could also array it. So let's say I want to put like 4 along this wall for some reason, and 4 to here, hit enter. But that's a little excessive, so I'm just going to ungroup it. Drop one over here, one over here. What is this room? That's a closet? These are closets.
Yeah, that's the closet.
This is
this is the bathroom, yeah.
That's the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
System. Oh. Let's see. I'm going to do GFI. And I'll probably raise this up a little, 3 feet. Okay. And then the other thing I should be doing is making sure that I check all my 3D views. So, did I have it open? I don't have it open. All right. Let's go to that. Working, e-working, 3D. Oh, that's actually not terrible. Let's just condense this a little bit. Oh, actually, this really helps me figure out why that other thing was showing through. My clearance area was popping through. Let's clearance from top. Yeah, really need to do that right now. Okay. That should help keep it from... Yeah, I was wondering why that was showing through on the floor. But 3D view to the rescue. All right. Hey, is there a trick to like readjust a scope box to just the level, like a single level?
To a single level? No, I don't think so. They cannot be snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty limited.
That's kind of what I figured. All right, I'm just gonna do this. Why don't I see stuff? I lost track of my time. I don't know if my time's up or not. I can hand it off to the next person at some point.
Yeah, I think I would love to see what Nick's doing. And one thing that I don't understand is when I synchronized, I wasn't able to see the new room layouts. Did you guys have any?
You got to do the manage links.
Oh, the links.
Reload.
That.
Yeah, I keep forgetting because I'm not used to the live link thing.
I am so not used to this. All right. Well, Revit, it looks like you have a new button now that we're starting this awesome process. We need a new button right next to it so we don't forget.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Nick, I would love to see what you're coming up with so I can give you some more changes.
Yeah, let's see. So, yeah, I've been trying to do some stuff in this facade. I like these little brick pillars. Jeez. Like probably the balcony, they're a bit too much, and the railings, like probably it might look better with glass panels. But I would like these don't look good in my opinion. But overall, glass panels would probably improve the facade. Anyway, like this whole thing would need to be thought out a little bit more, but been trying to add some stuff. There's a whole one missing. This apartment layout, not the best. Too much last space for technical, would add to living space, but that's what I came up with within the last 5 minutes.
I know.
So at least I managed to put in a bedroom, so you see all of the rooms, and you should be able. And now, like on my end as the architect, I don't have your template, but I could try to link your stuff right now, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. You can show our stuff.
Let's try that. So if I go to insert, I would go to link Revit. Oh, where is it? Okay. And then of course you click, if you want live linking, click here on external resources. I find the correct project, go to project files, MEP, and then there's your file. I use our internal origin to internal origin. Hopefully that should work well. And yet we don't have a site. We didn't get into the Revit hole of like shared coordinates and georeferencing. That's a whole other topic. Well, let's see. It's loading. Hopefully it's going to work well. Yeah, there's some stuff. Doesn't matter. Yeah, and then there you go. Isn't that nice? Like all of your stuff just pops up in the Arch model.
Yes.
Right?
Very cool.
And then as an architect, probably I don't want to show all that stuff, all of it. So maybe it's like, oh, I want to keep this thing. What some people don't realize, you can always tab select something from the link, and then I can see, oh, this is an electrical equipment, and this is a duct. So, and then I can kind of decide what I want to keep in this by going like to the view template, and like for example I could uncheck electrical equipment, and that would be gone. So that's also something that most people don't realize, that you can just uncheck stuff in the main one. You don't have to go to Revit links, and this will be kind of a project wide setting. But if I want to be specific to your link model specifically, then I would need to go in there and do custom goat model. This is custom as well, and then I can decide, oh, I want the ducts, but I don't want the electrical equipment, or so on. But that's going to be specific to a link model. If I had ducts in the architecture model, I would still see them. And there you go, and then not the ducts just disappear. But this is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
In like 1 hour, we're able to get all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I still can't get the thing to work. All you have to do is right click and say reload manage links and reload link, because it's not working for me. I don't know what's wrong. You have to
click the link itself, like click the architectural link and then hit the reload button at the top.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay, something else I can show, another tip. Like you go down at the bottom of the project browser, Revit links.
Oh yeah,
you see,
reload,
and you can just right click and just do reload right in there.
I mean, It's not working for me, but maybe it's, I don't know. Let me try one more time.
Are you looking at the second floor?
Yeah. And now it says Tyler Disney. Well, that time it worked. So I think it was something to do with the going up to manage links for me wasn't working.
I really thought, honestly, that syncing did refresh the model. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. So maybe you need to reload it.
What is it
I need to research it because that's kind of bugging me now.
Yeah.
I always have to remind people at my work to reload links because they're the same thing for CAD too. Like they make a change on a single line in CAD, and then they sync, and it doesn't do anything.
There's like a snake that popped up.
What is that, Tyler?
I don't think so.
So I have to go to the engineer. Say, no, we're not going to have like a snake type thing. Sorry,
snakes are the best. Oh my
that's
gosh!
Nice. All these units.
No, I need to pull them up. They're obviously a little low. What's going on with the snake situation?
What are these? But at least you can coordinate it in 3D, right?
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, you know what it is? Oh, there's some stuff. I think there's some stuff floating on a design option because I was doing some other stuff.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, it's not a design option.
It's Alex is asking a question. We are working on the same ACC project.
Yeah, and it's going great. This has never been done before, so
if it's sitting, it's in the same.
No, that's
ACC
pretty cool.
project
1 hour and we got all this stuff. Like we just need to get. Like, can you imagine if we had a structure person as well, and even the civil?
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
2 hours to model everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we could probably get most of the stuff done at this point, but I don't know if it's worth it. But I would love to understand though why my Revit link doesn't work. But I'm going to try it one more time. Let's see. You guys might have to.
I can stop sharing. Do you want to share it? Let's.
Sure.
Let's see what you got going on. All right. Yeah, it's funny. Like I don't see any of that weird floating stuff.
It worked this time. Okay, that's always the way it is. That's always the way it is. I am going to share though, because why not? And then I'll just start criticizing everything I see because that's fun. All right, I'm on the second floor, and how are we getting into this room with the water? Is this a water heater?
Yeah, I just didn't add the closet doors yet.
Okay, so is that going to be right here?
Yeah, the folding doors.
Okay, what are these things?
It's like a wardrobe kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we can put wardrobe in this room unless you split it. If you want to split it here and then have a door here, I think that's okay.
Well, I put my air handler in there.
And you did. Oh, he moved it. I think Tyler initially had it out here, but yeah.
Yeah, I had it out there before there was a layout.
Yeah. Right, I know. Tyler, I know. But so unfortunately, Nick, we're gonna use this whole room. I'm sorry.
You're not.
And
sorry.
the door. Yeah, and the door's probably gonna have to be. That's tricky too, because John put his panel here. So even we, as MEP, need to coordinate within ourselves.
You're fighting.
Yeah, we're all like, this happens all the time, right? So it's just like, I'm going to go to annotate. And what I was going to say earlier, when you were using detail lines, I thought it was so funny. Like you used detail lines, which are one of my favorite secret weapons. But yeah, like John's, and I probably should just open up a coordination view so I can see all this stuff. But yeah, we'd be fighting that in detail lines, and then scope boxes. We use those a lot in our models. And also the copy paste technique from warehouse to project. It's like I feel like all of these different techniques kind of start converging as you get more experience with what Revit can do for sure.
So I have a question. Do you use a copy monitor at all or not?
We use it we use monitor for your levels, and we often copy monitor your grids. But other than that, we don't use copy monitor.
And do you what do you think is about data models? Like a model that only includes levels and links. Do you like that or not?
What's that? Was the question?
I've seen some firms like use a separate model for grids and level. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. I think they can just live fine in the architecture model. Maybe on some super large project, I can understand it. But to me, it's kind of an extra annoying step. Like just pin the stuff and it's fine, because people are worried that like someone's going to move a level by
somebody's going to move it. The reality. Yeah, I mean, we don't work at architectural firms, but as an MEP, I freak out every time like it's one model when we're dealing with a new firm who's never used Revit before, because I'm so scared that people are going to open up a 3D view, they're going to select everything and just delete all the stuff. But yeah, it's dangerous. It's definitely dangerous. So I can understand the reason, but I'm kind of, you're right. It's just so much of an extra step that I don't love it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to bail quite soon. I gotta pick the girls. It's cool.
All right. Yeah. No big deal. Really appreciate it, Nick. And then let me just check out your first floor again. Make sure that's cool. So another thing, like as architects start to model, like we don't know this retail space. So one thing me and John and Tyler have to kind of figure out is like, well, we don't even know where stuff's going to be. So that's another thing that's tricky for us. But I think it was really cool to understand like what you guys start with, and then what some of the things that we need, like, you know, closets and shafts and all these things. But it really is cool that I think if we had like 4 hours, we could probably get this whole thing done, which seems like a huge unlock because it's taking firms months to do this. So if you guys ever need any modeling, just call us up. We can do it all in a day. So anyway, yeah, Nick, it was really fun, and maybe we can come back and finish this thing up one of these days. We'll leave it. We'll put it on the shelf for now, right? So
yeah, put it on the shelf. Well, we haven't announced everything we're up to for the coming months, but we'll have more coming, right?
Definitely more coming, more news, all that stuff, and that should be fun. And John, I guess you can start the music again, because maybe we'll make this the end of the video.
That's like the Ford F-150 commercial music.
I know. This is so much fun. I don't want to stop. I just want to keep like this. This is a rare time where coordination is awesome.
I think the architect's done his work. I think we could keep going if we wanted to, but we'll definitely stick around and chat a little bit about, you know, some stuff. But it was really nice to have you on, Nick. Hopefully this is the start of a new thing where we get architects on, get them to model, and then we'll do all the MEP design. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thomas is asking if it's are you going to post a recording somewhere?
Oh yeah, we'll have it up on YouTube for sure. We'll chop it up, try to get rid of the parts where I'm rambling, and we'll make it nice and good.
Okay, good. All right, so I gotta go. So that was
see you,
super
Nick.
fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that was
fun.
All right,
see you guys. Goodbye.
All right, see you guys.
We got a couple questions maybe we could roll through. I don't think we answered all of them, unless I was zoned out. Is it better to use 2 separate templates for electrical and mechanical, or a single? We have a single template, a single MEP template. If you're in one firm, that's the way to go. So everything looks good. And that's because, you know, we think if the project isn't enormous, you want to have your MEP model be combined. You don't want to have a mechanical model, an electrical model, a plumbing model, because then that's 3 models to set up, to make sure it look good and everything. So yeah, one combined template. We use 3 separate warehouses because it's just easier for us to manage, and it matters less because it's just a bucket full of, it's just a bucket full of families basically. So that matters less. You could keep it combined if you really wanted to, but not a big deal. Let's see what else.
If you go into Q&A, I'm trying to see
how many Worksets.
Yeah.
0.
No. Well, 0. There was a discussion of it
2.
again. Like we work with, these are just what happens when you work share a model, the shared views in the Workset one. Other than that, we don't use it. We certainly don't use Worksets for controlling visibility or anything like that. If the project's big enough and you've got enough people in the model at the same time, you might start bumping into each other. If that happens, then at that point, you might want to make some Worksets just to control people checking stuff out more. You could either do it by discipline, so like Arc Mech Electrical, or you could do it by user. So as few as possible is the answer to that.
Yeah. You can also, like, if a project gets really big, you can also just split the models up. I've seen that is probably a good technique. So it's like you just start with the MEP model, and then your BIM manager would be like, this model is way too big. So you split it up per discipline. And so that just requires copying it 3 times possibly and deleting the stuff you wouldn't need for each discipline.
And I did a project once where we had something like it was 6 or 9 models per discipline. So each discipline had 6 to 9 models because it was a big campus. It was 1 million square feet. It was a big campus with like 6 to 9 separate buildings. So we had a separate model per each building. But the sets, the PDF sets were federated. So I had one model that was empty. We just linked all the separate models into when we printed our sets from one model. It was a bear, but that was another way you can do it.
Yeah, I'm just going to start going down from the top. I think there were some questions sitting around. I don't know if we never answered. Vinny B, I've never worked in an ACC before, so basically it's like everyone working on the model at the same time, like arch, structural, and MEP. So,
I can answer that.
You want to answer that one? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the easy way to think about it, I mean, if you've ever worked on a work sharing project at your company, right? If you have 3 disciplines, it's called a work shared model, right? So even though it's not in the cloud, it's on your server and everybody synchronizes, and that's how it works. Well, Revit offered this cloud service called many different things, ACC, BIM 360, now going to be Forma. But all it is, if you think about it, is just the server on the cloud. So instead of your project being saved to your network and at your company, you're now just looking at a model that's saved to the cloud, and then everybody just links with that model. So it's the same thing. It's just now it's on the internet or in the cloud. So that's really it's not really much different than if you've used to do work share models before. But I know some people don't even know about work sharing a model. Like they just open up a project file and they work on their own. So
yeah. One little thing, it's like, just want to specify, you don't necessarily all have to be in the same model. Like you said, you can have different models and linked into each other. So like if I'm electrical and mechanical has its own separate model, I would link in mechanical model. I would link in the architect and everything. And all of these models, their central model portion lives on ACC. So it's not like it sits in my server in my closet or anything. It's hosted by Autodesk.
Yeah.
And then that's a whole separate license too. Just keep that in mind. So like you buy Revit, it's like, I don't know, what are we at, $3,000 now of a year? Yeah. And ACC is like, do they sell it by the year? I know it's like 120 a month or something?
Yeah, it's probably 1,200 or something a year or something.
Yeah.
It's like $997 grand, something like that for a year.
Every license every person that you want to work in ACC needs a separate $1,000 license every year. It's kind of annoying, but
the nice thing about ACC is now if you have a company that has a bunch of people that work from home, they can all access the model without having to log into the network at your company. So it's just from the cloud. So they download Revit on their computer and then they just reference the model that's in the cloud. So you don't have to VPN in, you don't have to like be on your network, which is really powerful in today's world of working from home and stuff. So
it's essentially required for us because we're all in different.
Yeah, I was to finish it up. I kind of want to just go over some things on the modeling side not modeling side, but going through the architectural building a little bit. And I want to just kind of talk our way through it because I think we're going to have to do another one of these soon. So we might as well use the time.
That's true.
So, okay. And I'm going to try to, we got coordination. Perfect. So I'm going to get rid of my 3D and we're going to click on one of these. Oh, we got the architecture. We got MEP coordination, floor plans. Here we go. Oh, that's only powered equipment. Okay. We probably need to eventually get a view that has like just the architect stuff. Clash detection. That's it, right? Oh no, that's 3D. Oh man. So we don't really have any floor plans, unfortunately. that show all
Are
of
you
our
looking
stuff.
for just? Like full
create
MEP? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to create one then. Floor plan.
Cool.
And so we'll create, let's see, floor plan. And we're going to duplicate all of these. And we're going to click OK. And so since I created new views, they go up here to the question marks. And then I'm going to set all of those to coordination. All right. So it is coordination. All right. So let's go to 01. And then and then I'm going to make it quarter scale. So we're going to change, let's see. I don't know if I can you do the view all at the same time? Like the scale? I bet you it's up here. Here it is. Yeah. All right. So we got all this stuff. All right, guys, the main floor. Obviously, John knows what he's doing up here. And then Tyler, you're going to need like a grease duct. Now, I don't think we will need that on the next one, but it's just like we might need some kind of grease duct or something for kitchen stuff. So that's just something to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. Usually sometimes I've seen like they run the ventilation through the side, but you could also run it up through the building. Again, you would just need a shaft for that.
I mean, you see that I've got duct in there yet? Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's on single line.
Okay. Here, let's. All right, so I'm going to select all these.
I couldn't see it it was a little small on my monitor.
All right, so let's go. Of course, it starts in course. It's like the worst one to use. All right, perfect.
Hey,
cool, sweet. So that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, and then you got your corridor. So you're going to have different. So this is going to be retail only, right? Because that would probably be its own unit, right?
Yeah.
And then you got. Corridor would be the commercial space, so that might even be its own unit as well, because you'd want to have the difference between, all corridors would be on the same, right? So you could do corridors on each one, right? And then that's for the owner of the building. And then, and then obviously you have one for this space so they can pay for it. And then you have your air handling. So let's talk about second floor, because that was interesting. So if you use an air handling unit above here, right here, how would that just be electrically like on that, be powered by that panel, and that's how you charge them, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's why I was asking, are we doing like local heating and hot water and stuff like that? Because usually everything in that room goes to that panel, and then that panel gets metered, and then they get billed for it.
Yeah, so that's all about like billing each unit. And then again, Tyler, like your corridor spaces might just be popping out here to like at least condition this. There's buildings that don't condition it, but usually those are like breezeway stuff. Low. Oh, really?
I think so.
It's like under. Oh, I see. So what I should have done is set this to a view template. These are like things, yeah. He wanted to see his pretty things. Cool. Yeah, so all that looks good. And yeah, that's cool. You got this going on. Yep. And then what would we do for the exhaust for the kitchen hood? Like, is that required? I don't think it's required, is it?
I don't think it's required. I mean, it annoys me to not see it because for reasons. I think you should exhaust that too. But yeah, ideally it's same kind of deal.
It's probably its own thing too, because it's like that's separate. Yeah, that would be separate, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is where I'd put my water heater. So my water just comes into this. It gets a meter and then goes to my water heater and then just goes after the meter to all the fixtures. So plumbing is pretty simple. For water. John, I don't know if you have anything to talk about. You need receptacles for the corridor that are on a different panel or whatever for the building.
Yeah. Sorry, you caught me just as I was trying to figure out my reload. Reload.
Okay. All good.
Where is my...
how does ventilation typically come into apartments like this? Is that just like trickle vents, or is it like actually...
I think it goes out to the... Right here, yeah, it would just be to this, and then I don't think it's always required. I'm actually not sure. I didn't do mechanical, so I would definitely take a look at those sets that I sent you.
Yeah.
reload there.
Is it what is it is it ERV?
That's
is that a thing? Yeah. And then those go to maybe this like can be connected here, and then they could just run to the exterior here. So it like, I forget what it was. It was some kind of thing like that goes, but it's not always required. But with the new energy codes, like they do want it. So it's one of those things. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap. I got a lot of stuff in there.
So yeah, I mean, each unit is just its own entity. I think what we did is pretty good. So
Here.
yeah.
Let me share.
And then in this case, you would need, I don't know what the rule is with stair pressurization. Is it high rise or is it any kind of pressurized stair? Or I don't even know.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, with the stairs, I'm not sure what height triggers needing what specific thing. I remember digging into that a lot back in the day, but that was for a very tall building. So on a smaller one, I'm not sure exactly what's needed, but
Mike was saying ERV will need both supply and exhaust ducts to the outside. So
yeah, because
so they just pop out to the exterior of the building. Architects love those little caps. So yeah. And then 4th floor, I mean, the same thing. For me, it's a little different. I have a storm drain or whatever. So like on the roof, I've got a storm drain. So I got to move this. This is why it's cool to have this kind of thing going on. So
yeah, I got I can move those wherever.
And you'll need 9 of these. So just 2 more. Yeah, and you just move those wherever. Those are not connected, right, to anything. It's just kind of an analytical link, right?
Well, yeah, they're not ducted, and we don't show the refrigeration pipe.
Yep.
Typically, so yeah, they just float.
And I guess one thing that's a good point is that your refrigeration lines would be typically in the closets off of usually it's an air handling unit in here, but obviously if you're doing something else, I got to provide you a condensate drain, like stuff like that, and we could share. No, we wouldn't share because yours is going to storm or to the exterior of the building and just dumping, or it just needs to go to the storm drain system somehow. But anyway, that's not important. But yeah, your refrigerant lines just go in here somewhere. So those need to be like pointed out at least. Or you
typically isn't there like a really
detail.
small chase for those? Like they'll stack them and there's a really small chase for refrigerant in buildings like this?
I don't know if they go in I think somebody have to answer this. It might be exposed in the closet, but I actually don't know. There might have to be a chase. I don't know.
Well, I just mean like to get them back up to the units instead of like running out to the main chase. I feel like there's typically a small chase much closer to it, so it just makes it a lot easier. And because there's also good reasons to minimize the fittings and runs for refrigerant piping.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, but I think you're on to something there. All right, cool. Yeah, I think everything was pretty straightforward.
Can I show some circuiting of like you guys stuff real quick?
Yeah, dude.
Did you, Tyler? Can you sync?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can show some of the mechanical equipment being powered up. That'd be kind of cool. If I can.
Did sync pretty recently.
Open this. Where's my share button? Screen. Entire screen. Here it is. How many people? Oh my gosh, we still got 34 people on. That's awesome.
Hey everyone.
We're going on 2 hours here. I mean, people are probably cycling in and out. Let's see. I'm gonna sync. Hide. Okay.
I think the use of the AI cutting this one up for us might be good.
Yeah, that might be true. All right. So what was I saying? I gotta do. Oh yeah. So I wanted to circuit some of this stuff up, right?
Oh, I didn't put a water heater in yet for you. I'm sorry, but you can do.
Oh, that's not a water heater.
No, that's Nick's.
Okay, that's his.
I can hear. I'm gonna do it while you're powering.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. How about that? All right, nice. So here's Tyler's unit, and over here you can see like I can put in some loads for him. So I could do it one of 2 ways. I can enter it in here, or I can go over here to our schedule, our coordination. And, I can just batch through all of this stuff here. I just kind of want to do just that room right now. So I think, what I could also do is just select this, come over here, and it's this one. Is that right?
That's the ceiling fan. Yeah.
That's the ceiling
fan. That's the...
Oh, here it is. Oh, I thought it would select it for me.
It's the third one. Yeah, the multi-pause vertical Daikin. It's not that one. That's the rooftop unit. Yeah.
This one here.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Let's see over here. Here's the electrical information. Oh, hey, is there a way to keep this with you?
Keep it with me?
Right now it's off the screen at the top. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can freeze the header. Yeah, see it up there.
Oh yeah, there's a button up there. Freeze header.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey.
Nice. All right. So with this one, 208. Its number of poles will be 2. Power factor, it's a mechanical. Allows you 0.85. Parent load, I don't know, 10,000. We're doing electric reheat in here.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 15,000. Actually, no. My whole house is 30,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems high to me.
We'll do 10,000. 10,000 max. All right. That's really all I need to enter in. Minimum circuit capacity. It's probably 30 amps or something. 30 to 40 amps. Okay. And then let's see. Go back in here. You see that information pops up over here. And now all I got to do is hit power. I'm going to power up circuit 1. And then I'm going to select a panel. And I'm going to go to here. Did I not? Let's see. Circuit it here.
Out of range.
28120. Hang on. Electric circuit. Oh crap. Did I might have. Electric circuit. Let me start over. Remove from circuit. Done. Circuit unnamed. Yeah. Hold on. Let me try it again. Power. Oh, you know what? I think we might have had there we go. All right, you have to pick circuit 2 because I think you have 2 circuits in that unit for some reason, and the first one is not mapped to all of these other connections. There we go. So that one works. And essentially we're going to select this panel. So now if you click on this, electric circuits, you can see that its connection type is a breaker, HVAC for this room. And if we go and create a panel schedule, you'll see that HVAC is over here. We'll say 30. Nope. Let's do 60. Okay. What the heck? Did I put too many zeros? Apparently, this thing is absolutely ginormous. Let me do the math. I forgot. Let's see. 10,000 divided by times 1.25. 60 amps should be enough. All right, we'll do 75. It's exceeding. Something's a little goofy here. Holy crap! I have a lot of load on here. What's going on?
Whoa! It's a lot of
Whoa!
zeros.
Look at this. Apparent power is 10 million.
How did that happen?
Wow. Did I add too many zeros? Holy crap.
Oh, well, you said 10,000 kVA. Did you mean 10,000 VA?
Yes. I meant 10,000 VA. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. That makes a lot more sense. All right. It's just me being an idiot. All right. 60. Fine. Okay. So we have that circuited, and then same thing. I could just go over here, power that up. That's probably 120. AW tag that. So that's working. I guess my panel probably doesn't work here, huh?
You can do the water heater whenever you're. Oh, I gotta probably synchronize, don't I?
Yeah. I don't like it behind doors. I hate it because it's always hard for clearance. We have people that said that's not allowed, but we're going to actually, you know what? This looks butt ugly, but we're going to put it there.
I like that.
All right. So
what's wrong with that? Why is it ugly? Just because it's like right when you walk in?
Yeah, you're staring at it every time you walk in and out of the place. Let's see. Tag handler 13. Is that a coat rack?
Yeah, but we're not. We're gonna take that whole space.
Right. Okay.
Where do you put your coats?
If I sync, I'll circuit your plumbing things. And then here, I guess I'll show you, like, you don't always have to circuit it this way. This only works when we're all in the same model, right? So when we're in separate models, I'm going to have to just drop other things on it. So here's the power. Let's say we're in the same model. It works. It connects. That's great. But if we're not in the same model, I would remove this, do that. And then I'm going to grab my electrical connector. Maybe, yeah, just this little guy right here. I'm going to take this and basically just drop it right here. Paste it right here. And essentially I can assign this to be the load for the heater. So that's
4,500.
4,500?
Yeah.
All right, 4,500. Voltage is 208. Number of poles is 2. Awesome. And then I power this up. Okay, nice. And then I can just circuit that. See how that circuit's just fine. And then I come into my panel schedule and I'll see all the loads coming in here. This will be, water heater. This one was probably bathroom fan. And then this one was just central air, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And there we go. I can go ahead and I mean, that's pretty much it. Then you come over here and we can size all the wires and everything, but it was just nice being able to load everything in and just power you guys' stuff right up.
Mm-hmm. And you probably want these plans to be at a 1/4 inch, but
yeah, I know. It's a little crowded in here.
It's a little crowded.
Yeah, what is my lighting plan's probably crazy as well. And lighting. Oh, second floor. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little cozy.
Looks cool though. I thought you didn't like wires. You just did it anyway.
I don't. I dislike wires, but I did them for effect.
I mean, it's kind of cool though.
Yeah,
but you could just automatically do them or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Because if I
see, I don't really understand why so many people just hate the way. Who cares what it looks like? Like, it's like it illustrates the connections. Why does it matter so much? Why do electrical engineers just have to have that perfect chamfered wire? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I mean, what? Same. It just looks nice.
Why
do you have all your pipes nice and straight?
The contractors literally take our plans and burn them and use them for heat.
RFI, hey, how do I install this per the plans? What are the plans? I burned them. But yeah, this is essentially it is pretty easy.
Can I get another full MEP set? Paper, please.
Oh my god.
Man, so that's a good hot take.
This I can circuit it downstairs if I have I don't even have the downstairs stuff set up. What am I doing here? But
you don't need the finish, buddy. We got some content here. I think this last part was really good for you though, John. Is like kind of going over some of that stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I was just like panicking trying to get things done. I couldn't even refresh the link. I'm like, I don't even know how to do this. Yeah. I'm like waiting. But anyway, yeah, it was a little crazy doing the live modeling with Nick, but it was fun, So
right,
it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool, man. If you can do good design modeling live, like that's a great high stress environment. Yeah,
it was, and I was like, I was good when it was just us doing our little project. that we knew.
Project.
But on a project we've never seen before. I'm like panicking. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do?
I'm like, oh, good, apartments. I've never lived in an apartment. I've never designed an apartment. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, that was so funny.
I've only lived in a couple, but yeah, it was nice to see. Dude, when we flipped back to Nick's model, and it was just like gorgeous. I was like, what the heck? That's amazing how fast he did that.
That was super cool.
Yeah. Which that's what was good, is that he didn't have to wait on us. He could just kind of be doing stuff while we were doing whatever. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we could have him finish up the interior, or maybe I can just ask him, can you just quickly finish up the room layouts and then we'll get it finished? That'd be cool.
Yo, it's on ACC. We could do it.
Oh no, we could do it. I'm just saying, like, if Nick really wanted to, I wouldn't like. If he can't, that's totally fine. We'll just wing it. He gave us some. Oh yeah, look at everything there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, can I do that? Here's my coordination kit. Hey, I gotta keep my lights centered, man.
You probably do.
You gotta
just move it.
I can put pants on my ducts and make my ducts split around the lights.
John, try to move that duct over to the right. Yeah, see if you can just drag it.
This is such a no-no. I'm not showing them that.
It feels taboo, doesn't it?
Drag it to the right. I want to see if you can do it.
Oh my gosh, this is like a dream.
Do it. Just drag it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
This is how to not coordinate. Grab the other people's crap and just move it.
No, this is fine.
Rapid coordination,
totally
just move stuff when it's in the way.
It's totally fine.
Just cut out the middleman.
There you go. I did your work for you.
Right?
Get it, bro.
I love it. Look, I somehow missed your stuff. That is like a miracle. It's a miracle right there. I don't know if it's realistic. It probably needs to go down to 8 foot, whatever. I don't know what what were the ceilings at? Did he even say 8 foot?
It was
like there ceilings in there?
There was no ceiling. It was 10 foot in between. I know. I was wondering. I was like, where are my recessed parts?
How much space do we need?
Yeah, I think my ducts are really fat.
I just put it at 8 feet because I figured, 2 foot.
Yeah.
Still close.
Yeah. 2 foot. Yeah, 8 foot ceilings are pretty they suck, but they do it. It's pretty common.
And my clearance spaces are ridiculous. Let me just turn that off. But yeah, 3D
and I
views.
think, awesome. And typically I actually don't know if the main ducts are rigid or if they're not all flex. I think the main line is probably whatever rigid, and then the way you did it with the sidewall, that would have to mean the corridors at a different elevation of the bedroom, so you can get that on the wall, which looks nice. By the way he did
I do think that typically there's like a soffit, right, kind of in the main corridor, so which is you can kind of push it out and stuff. Is that right? Yeah.
So this is kind of cool. What I would love is us kind of using what we would need, and then Nick providing that. That's what I was thinking too. What would be really cool is hey, I need this, and it will make your life and my life easier. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Did you make? You made a space for that, right? Right, John?
Oh, I made a space on the first floor. I didn't make it on the other floors.
Oh, that's all right.
Yes. Oh man, we never showed off the spaces. Oh, there's so much stuff to cover.
Yeah, I know. Next
this
time,
will be ongoing series for a while.
I think what we need to do is kind of come up with more of a structure to it. Maybe we could all think about because I didn't think anything because we didn't know what the building was going to be like, but now we kind of know. Maybe we should do spaces first. Tell Nick, hey, we need spaces. And then he creates the rooms, and then we create the spaces, have it kind of more structured. And so next time we do a live modeling event, we can kind of have, the stuff we need. So we're ready,
Yeah.
So that would be cool. But this was really fun. It was really fun to see an architect set up a Revit model. I had never seen that before. So that was cool. Very
Sorry,
cool.
I'm enjoying moving ductwork. You're in my way.
Quit it.
Oh, Nancy.
That's funny.
We're saving. Okay. All right. We really got to wrap this up. It's been over 2 hours.
All right. No, yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we can definitely, we'll get with Nick and see if he wants to finish the layouts. If not, we'll just wing it, and maybe we could finish this on a future episode. So it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We could probably model the whole thing, but anyway. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for showing up. That was cool.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you.
We'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye, guys.